I'm about to show you the fastest and the easiest way to escape the 9 to 5. This is how you're going to make $3,000 to $5,000 a month within your first month, and you can scale from there. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wait, only $3,000 to $5,000 a month? What the fuck am I supposed to do with that? Well, exactly. You're not going to be able to do shit with it in the United States. But you take that money, you go to Vietnam, you go to Thailand, Bali, Croatia, Colombia, somewhere like that. That is where you can thrive and you can grow, scale to 10, 20K, 100K a month. So let's go. So number one, it is going to be high ticket sales. This is going to be the best and fastest way to get that 3 to 5K a month and leave your 9 to 5 job at Red Lobster. So there's going to be many different industries you can do in the remote high ticket sales space, but the best industries info, typically financial products are going to be the best because you're helping people make more money and reach their goals, or also fitness coaching is not bad either. So you're going to be selling courses, coaching, mentorships, and you're going to be looking for high ticket offers that you're going to be selling anywhere from $3,000 to $20,000. Sometimes there's even bigger ones. But typically you want to make sure it's at least 5K. I would personally recommend. Now, these influencers that are selling these courses, they have tons of warm leads that either filled out a form or in their Instagram DMs. They need to be hit up and they need to be fucking closed. And there's so many of them that are so warm, so easy. They just need a little push. So as an appointment setter, you're either going to be calling them up on the phone or you're going to be in their Instagram DMs. If you absolutely suck at sales and you have no confidence and you're still building yourself up, you're going to probably be making a little bit more money, a little bit faster with DM setting because it doesn't really require that. You're literally just texting on the phone. Of course, there's strategy, but it's a lot easier. But at the end of the day, they're both entry level and they're going to be quick to learn. Now, as an appointment setter, you're going to make anywhere from 5 to 9% commission. I would expect most of the time 5% for yourself. And that's going to be on every deal that closes by the closer. And it's super quick to learn. This is why you need to do this if you're stuck where you're at in life. Now, you might be thinking, how much can I make just in general? I know we kind of covered that. So 5% commission. It really depends on the right offer that you end up landing. It really depends on your work ethic. I mean, let's be honest here. Would you rather be sitting on a beach in Thailand or somewhere in Thailand, somewhere like that, working 14 hours a day, but being fucking free to do what you want, than sitting there in the 9 to 5 in the United States, hating your life, probably have a 4 out of 10 in your bedroom? Like, come on, easy. And you could still work 8 hours a day if you really want to be a bitch, but if you really want to scale up fast, you should be working as much as humanly possible, doing that, growing your brand if you want, whatever it is. But anyways, $3,000 deal for $150, $5K for $250, $10K for $500, and $20K for $1,000. If they get a $20K deal, that is $1,000 in commissions just right there. Currently, I'm on a $6K deal, so I get $300 commission for every deal that I set and closes. It's a coaching offer that I do in the DMs, and will be becoming a closer very soon. Now, you might be wondering, how the fuck do I do this? How the fuck do I get this? Now, I'm going to teach you how to get this role in 7 days. And if you can't get the role in 7 days or 14 days at the absolute latest, I'm going to be quite honest with you. You're either 1, lazy, or 2, retarded. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. You're going to make a Google slide Loom video just like this. You're going to pitch yourself. You're going to talk loud, confident, and you're going to explain to yourself. You're going to explain, why do you want this role? Why they'd be crazy not to hire you? Your experience you had. If you didn't have any experience, that's fine. And just why you're doing this. Sell yourself. Sell them your mindset. Because if you have no experience, that's gonna be what translates to them to give this to you. So Now that you filmed that Loom video, it's about a 2-minute Loom video, you just want to attack. So you're going to send them over that Loom video to their Instagram, their Facebook, and their email. And even if they have a funnel where it says like apply here, go fill that out, put in the link, and just do it that way. Don't book the call. That's a little bit too far. Now, for the email, you want to go to that funnel site, like when it shows a link in their bio or in their YouTube, right? And you basically just want to, you get that extension, and now you have emails to send. You have their email. So easy way to get it, not hard at all. Now, profile setup. This is mine. So if you're like some college kid, some college gay boy in a frat house, maybe on a bunch of mushrooms and sniffing coke all night, like if that's what your whole bio or your whole Instagram looks like, you know, they're probably not going to take you serious. These people typically have tons of people in their DMs. You have to stand out. Now, I don't even have a personal brand on here. It's nothing special, but it doesn't look bad. I'm in a suit. I'm in another suit. I'm wearing thousands of dollars on me. It doesn't have to be that. I'm just saying that. I mean, I think both of those suits are ruined by now. But actually in this picture, I was actually wasted as fuck. But, you know, I look pretty good in the picture and still looks professional. So I kept it. You don't have to have high ticket sales like this in your username or in your bio, but have it clear, have it clean. Don't have a bunch of bullshit posts. Super simple. If you need to, just get yourself like a white t-shirt or a button-up shirt. Just have someone take a picture. Something that looks, you just have to look like you know what you're doing to an extent. All right. Now, after sending that out, by the way, it depends on your account how many actual DMs you can send. But just to say for Instagram, roughly, I would start at 20, 30. I would start at about 20 a day, Loom sent a day. If you can do 40, 50, go for it. It's going to be a lot of fucking work. But if you're not a bitch, go for it. But the reason I also say that is because accounts can get spammed out. So just play it by ear. You're probably not going to get banned the first time. So not that big of a deal, but it will typically say failed to send this message. And then you're going to have to take a break for another day or two. And then you're going to have to slowly warm it back up because that's a big problem. You're going to get spammed if you go too crazy. So just feel it out. I would start with 20 looms a day and raise it if you need to within the next week. But with 20 high quality looms a day attacking from the email, the Facebook, and the Instagram, you shouldn't have a problem getting this role as long as your looms are halfway decent or pretty good. All right. Now, interview. Okay. So this is a two-way interview. This is not just them interviewing you. You are interviewing them. They're almost like your clients to an extent because you want to know that it's the right role, right? So you should be asking them a few questions. Number one is going to be their lead flow, their volume, because if there's no flow, there's no volume, or there's just not enough, and you think, oh, maybe I'll make $4K a month. Well, in reality, you're only making $1,000 a month. So sometimes those people with 5, 10K, 15K followers, sometimes they're fucking amazing. But sometimes they don't have any lead flow at all. It usually depends on if they're running ads or have the right funnel systems. Now, you of course want to make sure they have a somewhat decent close rate because you are relying on them. You don't want to just be throwing away appointments. And then of course, price of product. I typically recommend at least 5K, but kind of do the math and see how much other setters were selling or just kind of like what they're already doing in sales. So you can kind of add it up in your head, do the math. Because bare minimum, absolute bare minimum, you want to make 3K a month. I mean, if you really just want to move to Thailand or Asia right off the bat, you could get away with 2K a month, even 1,500 to be honest. But you want to make as much as possible on your first offer. But at the same time, you need to get an offer as soon as possible so you can quit that 9 to 5 and you can go up from here. Commission, of course, want to make sure 5% at least. And sometimes it's more. And just anything you want to know about the offer. You want to make sure they're actually helping people. And of course, you want to be confident, high energy, just be a fucking G. You can get offers with no sales experience. You just have to sell them on why you're a G. You have to sell them on why you're better than Tom, who has 2 years of experience. Because maybe Tom has 2 years of experience, but he has a scarcity mindset. Maybe he's a little bit of a pussy. Maybe he's not confident in himself, or maybe he just simply doesn't work hard. So how do you work harder than Tom? And are you willing to put in 7 hours a week? Are you willing to do more than the other setters? Just convince them. Be a G. Be calm. If you do several interviews and you still can't get a role, you either one, have a confidence issue, or two, you actually have a mindset issue and you need to get that fixed ASAP. Because this is fucking sales. We eat what we kill, so you have to put in that work. Just because you get the role, you still have to do it. It's very entry level, very easy to learn. To start off, to at least get yourself to 3 to 5K a month. You can scale to 10K. And then you can go become a closer. You can scale to 20, 30, 40K. Then you can move on from there. It's not that hard, boys. But let's get you that role. Let's get you started. And then let's teach you how to actually fucking sell.